In a world where silence can resonate more deeply than any spoken word, envision a young girl confined within the walls of a magnificent mansion, once alive with laughter and joy, now shrouded in an unsettling stillness. The daughter of a billionaire, once vibrant and full of life, has suddenly lost her voice, leaving her family and caregivers in a state of confusion and desperation. What could have caused such a profound change? This touching story invites you to enter a realm where the unspoken carries immense significance, and the secrets hidden within the grand estate may hold the key to understanding her silence. As the narrative unfolds, we follow the devoted housekeeper, a character whose steadfast love and determination starkly contrast with the distant parent, driven by a deep desire to protect the girl. It is through her unwavering commitment that the flicker of hope begins to shine, revealing a shocking truth that could transform their lives forever. Why do we often overlook the emotional needs of those closest to us, focusing instead on wealth and status? This tale compels us to reflect on our relationships and the importance of truly hearing the voices around us. As layers of silence start to peel away, we are reminded that sometimes it only takes a single act of courage to unlock not just a door, but also the heart of another. Join us as we navigate the complexities of communication, connection, and the transformative power of empathy. Will the housekeeper's discovery bridge the gap of silence, or will it deepen the misunderstandings that have lingered for too long? Stay with us to uncover the shocking revelation that lies ahead, and perhaps find inspiration to listen more closely to the voices that surround us. Within the vast and lonely mansion, the echoes of silence were almost deafening, a stark reminder of the vibrant life that once thrived inside. The billionaire's daughter, once celebrated for her spirited laughter and engaging conversations, now found herself ensnared in a world devoid of sound. Her voice mysteriously vanished. This silence transcended mere absence. It was profoundly rooted in the emotional neglect that enveloped her home. Her father, a towering figure of immense wealth and influence, remained utterly unaware of the void of warmth and affection that surrounded their existence. His pursuits were always fixated on the tangible: success, status, and wealth accumulation, leaving scant room for the emotional connections that truly nourish our souls. Have you ever felt as though your voice had been silenced, not through words but through the lack of attention and understanding from those around you? It's a sentiment that resonates with many, even if they have never experienced such an extreme loss. As the days turned into weeks, the mansion, which should have been a nurturing sanctuary, morphed into a prison for the young girl. The grand halls, decorated with exquisite art and luxurious furnishings, felt more like a gallery of solitude than a home filled with life. Years of unsuccessful attempts by specialists to restore her voice only deepened the atmosphere of despair. Each expert's visit brought a glimmer of hope, only to end in disappointment. Her father, too consumed by his own ambitions, dismissed these failures as mere inconveniences, blind to the emotional toll they inflicted on his daughter. Amidst this isolation, the devoted housekeeper emerged as a radiant beacon of compassion. She had witnessed the gradual decline of the girl's spirit and felt a profound obligation to protect her. Their bond was forged not just out of duty, but from a shared understanding of what it means to feel unheard. The housekeeper herself carried the burden of unfulfilled dreams, having sacrificed her own aspirations to support her family. She vowed to always look out for the vulnerable, particularly the young girl who seemed to embody everything she wished she could have been. During their quiet moments together, shared over steaming cups of tea and the gentle rustle of pages from cherished books, the housekeeper began to notice small, curious anomalies connected to a delicate silver key. This key, seemingly inconsequential, held the promise of forgotten secrets and perhaps even a means to unlock the silence that had gripped the mansion. As their connection deepened, The housekeeper grew increasingly aware of the barriers that confined them. The parents' fear of public scrutiny loomed large, creating an environment where emotional vulnerability was perceived as a weakness. The butler, a loyal servant to the family, strictly adhered to the rules, often stifling any attempts at genuine connection. These institutional barriers, both tangible and intangible, made it challenging for the housekeeper to advocate for the girl. Yet she felt an urgent call to action, driven by her instinct to protect the child and restore her voice, regardless of the potential consequences. It's intriguing how the most profound connections can form in the most unexpected circumstances. Have you ever felt compelled to stand up for someone, even when the odds seemed stacked against you? The pivotal moment arrived during one of their serene afternoons when the housekeeper decided to take a bold step. Guided by an almost instinctive pull towards the silver key, she quietly approached a hidden chamber within the mansion. As she gently inserted the key into the lock, the door creaked open, unveiling a treasure trove of forgotten memories, old photographs, letters, and mementos that spoke of a time when the family was whole and filled with joy. It was a moment steeped in magic. The air seemed to shimmer with possibility. Yet as the daughter stepped into this chamber, she felt a fleeting spark of clarity, a glimmer of her former self, only to be met with disbelief from her father upon discovering what had transpired. His immediate reaction was one of denial and accusation, perceiving the housekeeper's actions as interference rather than a heartfelt attempt to mend the rift that had grown between them. As the story deepened, it became clear that the daughter's silence was not merely a loss of voice, but a poignant manifestation of the emotional neglect that had woven itself into the very fabric of their lives. The housekeeper, with her gentle demeanor, facilitated a heartfelt conversation that began to peel back the layers of misunderstanding and neglect that had contributed to the girl's silence. The parent, initially swept away by feelings of anger and frustration, was confronted with the uncomfortable truth of their own role in this emotional void. It's a sobering thought, isn't it? In our relentless quest for success and social standing, we can sometimes overlook the fundamental essence of human existence: connection, empathy, and understanding. In a moment of public reckoning, the parent chose to extend a heartfelt apology, acknowledging the pain their neglect had inflicted not only on their daughter, but also on the devoted housekeeper who had remained by her side. This act of humility marked a pivotal point in their relationship, opening the door to a deeper understanding of the bonds that truly matter. The once cold and isolating atmosphere of the mansion began to transform. The silence that had lingered for so long was gradually replaced by a gentle quiet, one filled with warmth and unspoken understanding. As the daughter started to express herself through art and music, the mansion morphed from a place of solitude into a sanctuary of communication and connection. The silver key, once an object shrouded in mystery, became a powerful symbol of the transformative nature of empathy and connection. It served as a reminder that the act of truly listening goes beyond just hearing words. It requires a commitment to engage with the unspoken emotions that lie beneath the surface. This narrative teaches us that emotional neglect can take many forms, often silencing those we cherish the most. It urges us to pay closer attention, to listen actively, and to genuinely understand the needs of those around us. As we reflect on this story, we recognize that every relationship holds the potential for growth and healing if we open our hearts and minds. Have you ever experienced a moment in your life where a simple act of listening made a significant difference? If this story resonates with you and you wish to hear more reflections on connection and compassion, consider subscribing to our channel. Your thoughts and experiences are always welcome in the comments below. In the stillness of the mansion, where echoes of laughter had long been muted, the atmosphere grew heavy with unexpressed words and hidden memories. The daughter, once vibrant and filled with dreams, had lost her voice amid a tumult of emotions that seemed overwhelming. Yet it was the housekeeper, whose own life had been marked by struggles, who began to unravel the layers of silence enveloping the young girl. This journey into the depths of memory revealed the profound significance of what lay hidden, offering a path toward healing neither had anticipated. As the housekeeper went about her daily tasks, she noticed the small moments that often slipped through the cracks, like the way the daughter would gaze longingly at the family portraits adorning the grand hallway, her fingers lightly brushing against the frames as if searching for something she could not name. What was it that drew her to those images? Were they mere reminders of the life she once had, or did they hold the key to unlocking her voice? The housekeeper pondered these questions, feeling a connection with the girl that transcended their roles within the mansion. She realized that both were ensnared in a web of expectations, one as a daughter of privilege, the other as a servant in a world that seldom acknowledged her worth. This realization ignited a determination within the housekeeper. She would not allow the daughter to remain voiceless any longer. One day, while dusting the intricate carvings of the mantelpiece, the housekeeper stumbled upon a small, ornate box hidden away in a forgotten corner. Adorned with delicate engravings, it seemed to pulse with nostalgia as she opened it. Inside were letters and trinkets that told stories of the past, notes exchanged between the daughter and her late grandmother, a faded photograph of a joyful family gathering, and a small silver key that shimmered with possibilities. This discovery felt significant, as if the universe itself was guiding her toward a truth obscured by time. In that moment, she understood that these hidden memories were not just relics of the past. They embodied the very essence of the daughter's identity, waiting to be revisited and embraced. The housekeeper made it her mission to share these treasures with the girl, convinced that within them lay the fragments of her lost voice. As she carefully presented each item, she noticed the flicker of recognition in the daughter's eyes. It was as if the girl was slowly stirring from a long slumber, each memory a thread pulling her back to a version of herself she thought lost forever. What do you think happens when we confront our past? Have you ever found something that transported you back to a moment in time, unlocking feelings you thought were buried? The memories the housekeeper shared became a catalyst for the daughter's healing journey. They began to explore the stories behind each keepsake, and as they did, the daughter began to vocalize her thoughts, hesitantly at first, but with growing confidence. The sound of her voice, once silenced, started to fill the mansion with echoes of laughter and joy as she recounted the tales that had woven her family together. This journey was not without its challenges, as the parent, still caught in their own fears and misconceptions, grappled with the changes unfolding before them. However, the housekeeper remained unwavering, believing that the path to healing was paved with understanding and connection. Through this shared experience, they all began to discover the profound impact of empathy, unveiling the rich tapestry of their lives, intertwined with unspoken bonds. Each step taken together not only brought back the daughter's voice, but also forged a new narrative for the entire family, one where love, understanding, and connection flourished, reminding us all of the beauty found in truly listening and being present for one another. As the story progressed, the bond between the housekeeper and the daughter deepened, highlighting the importance of human connection, especially during challenging times. As they explored the memories woven into the fabric of the mansion, the daughter began to understand that her silence was not a reflection of her worth, but rather a result of the emotional void left by her parents' neglect. The steadfast support from the housekeeper enabled her to reclaim her narrative, igniting a sense of empowerment that had long been missing in her life. This experience served as a poignant reminder that healing often requires us to confront the shadows of our past, shedding light on the truths that reside deep within us. Just as the daughter's voice began to emerge, so too did the housekeeper's own story, revealing her past wounds and dreams that remained unfulfilled. They discovered that their journeys, while distinct, had intertwined in a way that created a profound sense of purpose and belonging. The housekeeper often reminisced about her own struggles, recalling the promises she had made to herself when she first stepped into the mansion. With each passing day, she felt a stronger commitment to protect the daughter, ensuring she would not fall into the same silence that had haunted her own life. This vow became her guiding light, illuminating the path they were forging together. As the daughter's voice returned, the housekeeper felt a sense of fulfillment, as if she had finally found her own voice in the process. Together, they began to create art, expressing their emotions through painting and music, allowing the mansion to resonate with the beauty of their newfound connection. However, this journey was not without its challenges. The parent, witnessing this transformation, felt threatened by the growing bond between the daughter and the housekeeper. In their fear of losing control, they resorted to defensive measures, attempting to stifle the blossoming relationship. Yet the housekeeper stood firm, knowing that the key to healing lay in embracing vulnerability and the power of love. Tension reached its peak during a pivotal confrontation where the daughter, emboldened by her rediscovered voice, stood up to her parent. She articulated her longing for a deeper connection, a desire to explore her passions, and the need for understanding that had eluded her for so long. In that moment of reckoning, the parent was faced with the reality of their emotional neglect. They began to realize that wealth could not mend the wounds of silence. True richness resided in the bonds of love and understanding. This revelation marked a turning point, prompting the parent to seek reconciliation, acknowledging the housekeeper's invaluable role in restoring their daughter's voice. The mansion, once a place of silence, transformed into a sanctuary of expression and creativity, where memories were cherished and connections flourished. As the narrative unfolded, it became clear that the hidden memories were not merely relics of the past. They were keys to unlocking a future filled with hope and possibility. The daughter's journey to reclaim her voice became a testament to the incredible power of connection, illustrating how the act of remembering can heal wounds and foster resilience. The silver key, once a simple object, emerged as a powerful symbol of transformation, representing the importance of cherishing our memories, both joyful and painful. Ultimately, the mansion thrived with life, filled with laughter and music, as the daughter embraced her identity and passions. The housekeeper, no longer just a caretaker, became a vital figure in the young girl's life, embodying the love and support that had been absent for so long. Their bond served as a reminder that healing often begins with the courage to confront our past and the willingness to share our stories with those who care. This narrative invites us to reflect on our own lives. How often do we overlook the power of our memories? What hidden stories could we uncover if we dared to explore the depths of our past? As we ponder these questions, let us remember that listening, truly listening, can unlock the voices that long to be heard. If you found this story inspiring, we encourage you to share your thoughts in the comments below. Your reflections could spark a conversation that fosters connection and understanding. And if you wish to delve deeper into stories that inspire compassion, don't forget to subscribe for more narratives that celebrate the beauty of human connection. In the heart of the mansion, where silence had once reigned, a profound transformation began to take shape, ignited by the delicate yet powerful connection between the housekeeper and the daughter. This pivotal moment illustrated not just the importance of compassion, but also the remarkable ability of human connection to heal deep wounds. The housekeeper, burdened by her own unfulfilled dreams, found renewed purpose in caring for the daughter, who had been trapped in a world devoid of sound. As they spent time together, sharing whispered secrets and quiet laughter, the housekeeper noticed something extraordinary. The silver key, which had initially seemed like just a relic of the past, began to resonate with a deeper significance. It was as if this small object held the potential to unlock not just a physical space, but also the hidden emotions and untold stories buried within their hearts. Have you ever experienced a moment where a simple object suddenly became a symbol of hope? The housekeeper's determination grew stronger as she recognized the unique bond that was forming. This relationship was not merely one of caregiver and child. It was a partnership rooted in understanding and shared experience. In a world where the daughter's voice had been silenced, the housekeeper became an advocate, seeking to restore not just the ability to speak, but the very essence of the daughter's spirit. Through the challenges they faced together, there blossomed a resilience that not only transformed their individual lives, but also the very environment they inhabited. The mansion, once a place of isolation, began to transform into a sanctuary where two souls could connect on a profound level. The housekeeper's belief in the daughter's potential reignited a glimmer of hope, fostering a sense of resilience that had long been dormant. Their journey was a testament to how love and understanding can pave the way for healing and growth, reminding us all that even in the darkest of times, connection can illuminate the path forward. The parent, deeply entrenched in their own fears and societal expectations, often overlooked the emotional distress that permeated their home. Meanwhile, the butler, a steadfast enforcer of the mansion's rigid rules, contributed to an atmosphere thick with unspoken tension. The housekeeper, caught in this precarious balance, wrestled with her loyalty to the established order and her growing belief that the daughter deserved so much more than a life silenced by neglect. Have you ever found yourself torn between following rules and standing up for what you believe is right? As the weight of this dilemma pressed down on her, the housekeeper made a pivotal decision, one that would change their lives forever. In a moment of quiet reflection, she grasped the silver key, its cool metal shimmering softly in the light. With a heart brimming with courage, she resolved to unlock the hidden chamber she had stumbled upon, a space that promised to reveal the daughter's true voice. This seemingly simple act was imbued with profound meaning and considerable risk. As the door creaked open, the air was infused with the scent of forgotten memories, and the daughter felt an undeniable pull toward the chamber, as if it were beckoning her to step inside. What awaited them was nothing short of astonishing. It held the echoes of laughter, love, and untold stories longing to be shared. Once inside, the daughter was met with an unexpected surge of emotions, a rush of clarity washing over her, reminding her of the vibrant girl she once was. Yet just as quickly as this clarity emerged, it was met with disbelief from her parent, who struggled to grasp the significance of the moment. Accusations flew, and the housekeeper found herself at the center of a whirlwind, her genuine intentions misrepresented as meddling rather than the compassionate act they truly were. The heavy tension was a stark reminder of the barriers that often hinder true understanding. As the dust began to settle, a new truth emerged. With the housekeeper's encouragement, the daughter discovered her voice, not merely in words, but through artistic expression. The silver key had unlocked more than just a door. It opened a pathway to healing, allowing the daughter to communicate in ways she had never envisioned. It was during an earnest conversation between the two that they unearthed the systemic failures that had contributed to the daughter's silence. In that pivotal moment, the parents' outrage began to transform, evolving into a recognition of their own emotional neglect. They came to understand that real wealth was not quantified by material possessions, but measured by the connections fostered through love and understanding. The public acknowledgement that followed became a testament to the power of accountability and compassion. Overcome with remorse, the parent offered a heartfelt apology, not only to the daughter, but also to the housekeeper, acknowledging the essential role she played in mending their family's bond. This gesture of humility served as a catalyst for healing, as the parent committed to nurturing an environment where both the daughter and the housekeeper could flourish. The mansion, once steeped in silence and anxiety, transformed into a sanctuary brimming with conversation, laughter, and creativity, embodying the idea that true connection can thrive even in the most unexpected circumstances. In the aftermath of this transformation, the atmosphere in the mansion shifted dramatically. The formerly cold and empty rooms now radiated warmth and life. The daughter, embracing her newfound voice, poured her feelings into art and music, channeling the emotions that had long been bottled up. Each brushstroke and note played became a tribute to the journey they had embarked upon together. The silver key, now a cherished emblem of their shared experiences, served as a constant reminder of the importance of compassion and the power of connection in overcoming adversity. As the story draws to a close, we are left with a poignant lesson about the significance of listening, not just to the words spoken, but also to the unvoiced emotions that linger just beneath the surface. In a world that often prioritizes noise over quiet reflection, this narrative encourages us to ponder how we can cultivate deeper connections in our lives. Have you taken the time recently to truly listen to someone you care about? Reflecting on the journey of the billionaire's daughter and her devoted housekeeper, let us remember that the key to unlocking genuine understanding lies in our willingness to be present for one another. If this story resonates with you, we welcome your thoughts in the comments and invite you to subscribe for more inspiring tales that promote compassion and connection. As the echoes of a long-lost voice began to resonate with newfound clarity within the once quiet mansion, the journey of the billionaire's daughter, who had been ensnared in a realm of silence, found illumination through the unwavering devotion of her housekeeper. This woman, who had previously navigated her own shadows of unfulfilled dreams, realized that the key to reclaiming the daughter's voice lay not merely in the act of speaking, but in the profound emotional connections cultivated through care and understanding. The silver key, a simple yet significant symbol, represented more than just a tool. It was a gateway to memories and unspoken truths, unveiling the hidden corners of both the mansion and their hearts. In this transformative moment, the daughter experienced a flicker of hope, a gentle reminder that her voice had not been lost forever, but could be reclaimed with love and support. The housekeeper's brave decision to unlock that hidden chamber was not just an act of defiance against the confines of the mansion. It was a declaration of love and commitment to the child she had come to protect. As the parent, initially blinded by their own fears and the burden of wealth, confronted their role in the emotional neglect, a tangible shift occurred. The realization emerged that true wealth is not defined by material accumulation, but by the richness of human connection and the ability to listen to those we cherish. The public apology that ensued was not a mere formality. It marked the beginning of a new chapter, one where love and understanding took precedence over societal expectations. As the story drew to a close, it became a poignant reminder of the bond that had blossomed between the daughter and the housekeeper, illustrating that true healing often starts with humility and the courage to embrace change. The mansion, once filled with silence, transformed into a vibrant sanctuary of expression, where the daughter rediscovered her creativity through art and music. Her voice, once stifled, began to resonate again, revealing the beauty that can emerge from even the most challenging circumstances. This narrative teaches us that sometimes the most significant revelations come not from grand gestures, but from simple acts of listening, caring, and being fully present for one another. In a world that often places material wealth above emotional well-being, we are reminded that the real treasure lies in understanding the unspoken struggles, the feelings behind them, and the connections that unite us. As we reflect on this tale, let us ask ourselves, are we truly attentive to the silent battles faced by those we love? Are we nurturing the relationships that enrich our lives? As we close this chapter, let's carry forward the idea that change is attainable when we open the doors to communication and compassion. May we strive to be the housekeepers in each other's lives, ready to uncover the profound truths that lie beneath the surface, creating a world where every voice is valued and celebrated. If this story resonated with you, take a moment to share your thoughts and reflect on your relationships, remembering that genuine connection begins with a willingness to truly listen.